No, I'm infinitely more cynical than that.
Really?
You just quoted him,
Yeah.
and you said that the boys and girls in our forces will not be there after 2015.
Yep.
When's the next UK election? 2015.
15. Yeah, this is interesting, isn't it?
When you ask most people don't want our armed forces to actually be in action because 300 of them have died in that country that have been brought back. 300, and you have to wonder. You have to wonder, with all the resources that NATO, the CIA, MI6, Uncle Tom Cobley, you have to wonder, why are these things still going on?
Absolutely.
And as far as I'm concerned, I think there's just, the defence contractors, the arms manufacturers, they're having a laugh. It's as simple as that.
You got another caller? Hold on, Jonathan. Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Hi, good evening, it's Chris.
Hi, Chris. Good evening.
Hi. I wanted to ask you, because this gentleman just spoke about the Greek fleet. I didn't even know they had any more ships. Because I would love, could he answer me concerning the Norwegian fleet? Because they used to be the fourth largest nation in the world when it came to ships.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're sort of nothing because they've all gone abroad, to put it that way. Has he got any answer?
Okay, thank you very much. Jonathan, you heard that. What would be your answer to that?
The only two things I know about Norway are that the fjords are absolutely amazing, and that the Norwegian krone is probably another currency in which we can invest, because they've got all that North Sea oil, but only 5 million of a population.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say I know nothing about their fleets.
Okay, that's fair enough. When you let's get back to David Cameron for a little bit. We were talking about him putting the spotlight on Afghanistan. Is it really that transparent, what he said? I mean, you made the comment that, when's the next election, sort of 2015. If he wasn't to be re-elected when the time comes, okay, isn't that a bit of a knock-on effect to give to the next government to guarantee that people will be, that they will be allowed to come home?
It's not, because the way our system works is that no government actually has to do what a previous government, and particularly another party, has said they would do. So no, they can just rip it up.
They can just rip it up, yeah.
They can just totally rip it up. It's not going to hold anyone hostage to fortune. No. But that's the point I was going to make a few minutes ago. They talk about these wars, and they talk about how the economic situation is difficult, and the European countries need to come together. But everyone's going to find it difficult, and blah blah. But that's my point. That's what the Labour crowd and the Lib Dems are saying as well. They're all actually saying practically the same thing. And this is the point I'm always trying to get across. These guys, these politicians, pretend that there is a Grand Canyon of policies between them. As far as I'm concerned, it's no longer left against right. It's politicians and bankers, and if I may say, the media against everyone else.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
When you think about it, we're being taxed to kingdom come to bail out a few thousand millionaire and billionaire bankers. The media goes along with it, and the politicians, they're the ones that sign the checks.
Absolutely. We've got another call. Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Yeah. I agree, but the other thing is that all these businesses have been outsourced, haven't they? Clyde used to be a great shipbuilding area. All gone.
All gone. But
the big companies moved abroad. But the big companies move abroad for cheaper labour, so Chinese are making them. But
look.
The thing about
I'm all for companies doing what they need to do in order to make money, because if they make money, then they can reinvest and they can keep going their activities. But you have to understand that in the 70s, in the United Kingdom, we had 25% inflation and 20% rises in labour costs. Now, if you have that kind of inflation, there is no way you can remain competitive. And that's, in essence, what is happening now again. We're creating more and more inflation by printing more and more money. By printing money, our currency devalues. So the things we import, like fuel, like heat and light, and food even, they all go up in price. That creates inflation. And what do the governments do? They pay people more money. I read today that the London Underground drivers, they have just signed a contract with Boris Johnson. They're going to be earning £50,000
a year. Yeah, I read that as well.
London. Now, you cannot have that kind of inflation, remain competitive. And going back to the other call, that's the reason why Germany has done so fantastically well for decades, because they didn't take the Michael. They worked hard and they worked for a reasonable cost.
Absolutely. Jonathan, I could talk to you for hours, and I'm sure everyone would love to listen to you for hours, but I'm afraid we are sailing our way to the 10 o'clock news. As ever, an absolute pleasure to talk to you. I'm sure I'll talk to you next week, because it seems to be becoming a bit of a weekly thing, doesn't it?
My great pleasure. All the very best. Have a good week.
And to you.